Missing someone who hurt you doesn't mean you're still in love. It means your mind hasn't caught up with your reality yet. Because if you're honest, they still cross your mind, don't they? Not all day, not constantly, but in those quiet moments, they show up. A song plays, and suddenly you're back there. You see their name somewhere or something that reminds you of them, and your chest tightens for a second. And at night, when everything slows down, your mind drifts to places you promised yourself you wouldn't go again. You told yourself you moved on. You tried to believe it. But then, why do they still live in your head? Here's the part most people don't understand. You don't miss them. You miss how you felt when you were with them. You miss the version of you that existed around them, the one who felt wanted, the one who felt chosen, the one who felt like maybe this is it. And when that feeling disappears, your mind tries to recreate it. It replays conversations, it edits memories, it removes the parts where you felt ignored, confused, or not enough, and it keeps only the moments that made you feel alive. That's why it's so hard to let go, because you're not trying to let go of a person. You're trying to let go of a feeling your mind has turned into something rare, something special, something you're afraid you won't find again. But here's the truth that changes everything. That feeling didn't come from them. It came from you. They didn't create your worth. They just activated something that was already inside you. And now that they're gone, your mind is trying to chase them instead of realizing it should be reconnecting with you. This is where most people get stuck. They think healing means forgetting, erasing, acting like that person never mattered. But that's not healing. That's resistance. You're not supposed to erase them. You're supposed to outgrow them. Because people who shake you deeply, they don't always come to stay. Sometimes they come to show you what you're capable of feeling and what you've been tolerating at the same time. That's why even now, a part of you still goes back, because your brain got used to them. It became a pattern, a habit, like checking your phone even when you know there's no notification. Every memory gives you a small emotional hit, a temporary relief, and your brain, it likes that, so it keeps bringing them back. Not because they're the one, but because they became familiar, and familiarity feels like comfort, even when it hurt you. So how do you actually stop thinking about them? You don't fight the thought, you stop feeding it. Every time your mind drifts back to them, notice it. Don't judge it. Don't dive deeper into it. Just bring yourself back. Back to what you're doing. Back to your breath. Back to your life. Because thoughts lose power when you stop giving them attention. And slowly, the loop breaks. Another thing that's keeping you stuck is comparison. You meet someone new and something feels off, and immediately you compare. They're not like them. It doesn't feel the same. Of course it doesn't, because you're comparing reality to a memory your mind has edited. You're not remembering them as they truly were. You're remembering the highlights, the moments that gave you a rush, but you're ignoring the confusion, the mixed signals, the times you questioned your own worth. No real person can compete with a perfected memory, so you need to stop making them the standard. They were one chapter, not the whole story. And here's something deeper you need to hear. Sometimes you're not missing love, you're missing uncertainty, the chase, the unpredictability, the what if, because that creates intensity, and your mind confuses intensity with connection. But real connection feels different. It feels calm. It feels safe. It doesn't leave you guessing. It doesn't make you question where you stand. So if what you had with them felt like a roller coaster, be honest with yourself. Was that love, or was that your nervous system getting addicted to highs and lows? Because those two things feel similar, but they lead to very different endings. Now here's the shift that changes everything. You won't stop thinking about them overnight. That's not how this works. There will still be moments, random ones, where they show up in your mind and you feel that familiar pull. And that's okay. That doesn't mean you're back at square one. It just means you're human. Healing isn't about never thinking of them again. It's about thinking of them and not losing yourself in the process. At first, it hurts. Then it fades faster. And one day, you'll notice something. They crossed your mind and it didn't ruin your mood. You didn't spiral. You didn't sit there replaying everything. You just let it pass. That's growth. That's you taking your power back. And eventually, they won't be the first thing on your mind anymore. You will. Your peace, your goals, your life. Because you're not here to stay stuck in a memory. You're here to move forward, to become someone who doesn't chase what once walked away, but chooses what chooses them. So if you're still thinking about them, don't be hard on yourself. You're not weak. You're just in the process of letting go. And that process, it's quiet, it's slow, but it's real. And you're closer than you think. One day, without even realizing it, you'll wake up and they won't be the first thought in your head. That space they used to occupy will finally feel like yours again. And that's when you'll know you didn't just move on, you came back to yourself. And if this made you feel understood, subscribe to the channel. This is why.